Same so na you drop here me pacho betima to aso me.
Na me catch you say enra executive council no emergency meeting. This topic has been outstanding for quite a while. You know, I was say a more exclusive chapter no. Now you know the way forward for the team, especially because now as you say I was say this match window need to take full advantage. Now face also you be a for as regards June World Cup qualifiers are a die anymore. In general, as commissioner, you know, Otto Addo, vice president, any opportunity, a briefy council, no, in terms of coaches, I apply for a Jumano, and a Jumasoa search committee, no, eventually, council not here, the Patodoa Omo interview, and Nema Omujina so at the interviews, no. Omuri ni na no scorecard na EPP no HSA ura Otto Addo na edan ho di se adwuma no otiasie na obetumi aye given the opportunity entino ekoba sa no na o se council members ebisa one or two questions and all the members present ask questions and the vice president give answers to those questions. Eventually, you know, now I was say omujitum or otherwise, and unanimously, you know, council no ejitum say search committee, you know, recommendations are omo atiasie, echemu eba, you know, omo atiasie, and you know, omo ajiatumu prekope. But you know, enkemfuano, there was another hurdle we needed to scale over, and that hurdle was to engage his current employers, which is Borussia Dortmund, and then of course the government of Ghana. And the president editor council named was on a Dortmund Ekasa Nafi or informing sector minister as regards the decision of the council and the way forward for the Blackstars. And you know, we are and then do the slow consultations, any engagement be also with Dortmund. Eventually, Dortmund has agreed to release Otto to take up the job permanently. As you say, Kakai, I want to say for this match window, no, Ombijano Amanaba. Now, your friendly matches, I say a bono. Obabe lead team no now all they about those friendly matches. Now say we are wako back. Now officially wako hand over. Now wako Johnny Jumedino at home. Now say in May season you know and there. Now wabe take up Ejumano permanently. And the say Koboka cry na. And I'm their boy.
But Henry, regarding Otto appointment, dear advice a president the kind on the criteria down because at a point number for Kase will be our experience, be a 15 years of experience regarding that particular one. No, and our vice president you are not saying.
Well, I am in the scheme of things. Sir, 15 years of experience, you know. Up, in fact, is one of the criteria that the FA put out. 15 years of experience in football is very, very crucial. Indeed, in terms of experience, a valid bar because of our peculiar circumstance. You don't want to gamble. You also don't want to take any risk. But again, one of the things that went in favor or worked in favor of Otto, the fact that Wahande team no paying, the fact that he has moved or worked in different positions. At some point, he was assistant to Milo. At some point, he became the head coach, qualified the team for the World Cup, and led the team to the World Cup in Qatar. And also a key area. Can I say committee, you know, a focus on. His experience in football, no, without a doubt, goes beyond 15 years, working at Borussia Mönchengladbach, coming to Dortmund as a player, as a coach, as talent development coach for Dortmund. Together with what he did as an assistant and as the head coach, working in his favor. And Vice SI Council is to a very large extent, once he has full knowledge of the team, ne interview, indices are already markings, working highly in favor of Otto, and the members of the committee, without a doubt, knew given the job, he will be able to take us to the next level.
And so initial 34 months, and now some options say or be further to be 24 months more, right?
Yes. I think that one of the major concerns that have come up in recent times, short-term deals are the coaches. Maybe 18 months, 2 years. And many people feel that the whole year national team maximum 4 or 5 months. It's a long-term deal. So, and there are many examples to give. And the decision is that he will be offered an initial 34-month contract with the option for a further 24. Maybe I the conduct, maybe at least, say for the next at least 5 years. Yeah, you have a coach in charge of the team, making sure they will be streamlining our building a winning sport for subsequent competitions now and in the future.
Henry, would they were a part of the team? How well do you know Coach Otto Addo in terms of the discipline and the tactics and the relationship with players and the ABA management members? How well do you know? How well can you share with us?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind about Otto is attitude to work, and the fact that pay attention to detail. Or you'll be on that. He spends a number of hours watching football, following his players, monitoring his team, watching the opponent, gathering materials, information, and not a man standing out. Very honest, I have seen many coaches in my life, but on only the a bit different from what I have witnessed or what I have observed for some time now. Before Obisia Otto, now only the team no come on. There is no single player who be standing on the one. On to me, Emma, what his weaknesses are, what his strengths are, what the player can do to improve. Like I said, come on Nigeria, your ball first leg or Kumasi, 0-0 no. He walked up to the president at that time and said he shouldn't worry. The game in Nigeria will be a different situation altogether. That we will even play better in Nigeria compared to the area or Kumasi, no, because he had already foreseen say Nigeria will come into the game in Kumasi pushing for a win, but only in the Obeya presented such a situation. But you call Nigeria, the pressure will be on them for them to win. And now over those two matches now, in terms of tactics, discipline, in terms of player output on the field, Nigeria match, in terms of ratings was much higher compared to the Ayehunwo Kumasi. His attention to detail, they are setting apart. And then of course the fact that he has full knowledge of all the players, and he pays very much attention to play a PR or person of friend on India or person. What I also know is that before he even invites you into the team, he has already discussed tactics with you. He has already told you what he expects from you. He has given you details. He has information on the opponent. Over time, Ejio said nobody is guaranteed a starting place in the team. In Toba, you need to fight for your position. And this is what I learned from him when he came for the first time. It is rather unfortunate that when you call World Cup, you losing your first match, you winning your second match, we were hoping to probably win the third match. And Uncle, I exited tournament, But I think he has learned his trade very, very well. And the Germans are also noted for discipline. 0 to 9 a.m. 8:59. The way or comporting or conducting on the discipline level, the way our players the 0 to 9, not to say he knows what he's about. Sometimes he ensures that every player will go to sleep before he goes to sleep. Number player, them ensures them focus concentrate on the next day game where when and son or no cry academ akoda. Or to be spending the whole night watching a football match, watching the opponent, discussing tactics, or meetings with his technical team regularly, taking their thoughts, taking their opinions on tactics, players, proficiency, any idea. I think that he works like a machine. Honestly, that is what I observed during the first time Obeye Jumano. Not only when he was the head coach, but also even when he was Milo's assistant.
But I know the mark of every coach. Maybe I'm a case shooting class. I'd be prepared and know Yana.
As no be in the way or Juma. Unfortunately, I cannot talk about Chris because why in a Juma support GIF, the man or the man. Results didn't go well. The council felt that I was the party company. So his history, we can only focus on what is ahead of us.
Very well. Now my update on the friendly games Nigeria, Uganda, I said the communique nature, then I just say Otto Addo the squad no nafe some matches no why dear Mami Yakobo.
Yes, it is one of the things that was discussed at meeting, President came for more council with a number of proposals came up. And first of all, extra brains, omniable fund. But after a few considerations, then to me, and that game, and to move. Then the next chapter came Nigeria, will be proposing Nigeria, and later will be so proposing Uganda. And share time we are say and take advantage of this window. Opportunity be for players ember together for a competitive game until June, because it is the only opportunity I owe. And the council at yesterday's meeting discussed into details our issue also. And me assure say by close of day and then make an official statement on that regarding two friendly matches.
Very well. You better train now. We are not fear team. That ben expected O2 in town, and it ben or the next squad. But I will conclude on the friendlies now.
Well, I was over. Now we discussed it. A few things. Empty. Yes, I say, what I have been told is expecting him in Ghana hopefully this weekend. Also consider the possibility of unveiling him once we have reached an agreement with Dortmund. And there are a few issues that need to be ironed out, and once those ones are officially cleared, we will issue a statement on when he will be outdoors to the press and any other program that have been put in place for his return.
In Enra meeting, discussion about how much you be Tianeka buy, and I say him for the baby in a back room, no, so more discuss do him more man the opportunity, no point in a back room, and I say more would be able share a year more at the amano, and also to saying
issues about backroom stuff came up, but no names were mentioned. Issues about salary also came up, but no figure was mentioned. I think that Oba, one segment something discussion. You make it. Actually, yeah, maybe yeah, they are so about
search committee ni na head coach nkwana no mo pe o ma nye any job on backroom enti edian na yetete esien na werem nyina no enya de aba on the discussion table kra
watch it heavy and I am in discussing the media
very well. Henry Asante Chum kasama from the Ghana Football Association ano pe ye bedo ase any that quick update any nchiremu awde am ye pa bibia so kire so be san ba betwa ye nkomado so ano pe da ase pa. Okay, enti abusuafo Henry Asante Chum